Thank you for purchasing a StrackaLine green reading book. You can feel confident with your purchase that you are using the same technology that all the touring pros and elite college golfers are using. Any level of golfer can save multiple strokes per round with a green reading book from StrackaLine. In Part 1, I will describe the graphics printed on each page. In Part 2, I will help you apply the information in the book to assist you with your approach shots and reading your putts in a time-efficient manner. We have proven with a collegiate case study that when used properly, a greens guide will speed up your play. StrackaLine books are USGA legal for anywhere in the world. Now, please open your book to Hole 1. On this page, you will see two different depictions of the same green. In the upper right corner of the page, the large bold numbers will give you the depth of the green in yards. That number will correlate to the grid numbers surrounding the green. At the bottom of the page, you will see a color scale to tell you what the slope percents are on the green. When blue, those are the flatter areas and have a slope of less than 2%. The green areas have a 2 to 4% slope. The red or orange areas have a slope of over 4%. Each graphic will have bunkers and waters depicted in their appropriate color. Use these graphics to help you with your approach shots into the green. Surrounding the green, you will see contours and arrows depicting what the area around the green is doing. Understanding the surrounding terrain of the green is also very important for approach shots. Each graphic has 5-yard grid numbers around the edge of the green, and our books have black dots around the green to give you the location of sprinkler heads. The top graphic gives you the slope percents printed on the green, and the arrows are color-coded to the slope percent. The arrows are pointed downhill, depicting how the ball will roll on the green. This graphic has a 1-yard grid imprinted over the green. The top green graphic is minimal on purpose so you can make notes on this page for future reference. The lower graphic has very bold colors depicting slope and large white arrows pointing downhill depicting how the ball will roll. The surrounds are also more visible here with darker contours and arrows. The surrounding arrows are also pointed downhill depicting how the ball will bounce. The bold colors match the slope percents in the scale below. The blue areas are fairly flat. The green areas have 2 to 4% slope, and the red and orange areas have severe slope. Now, in Part 2, I will help you apply the information to your approach shots and help you read your putts. For approach shots, I want you to identify 3 things. 1, where is the hole on the green? Many times, the course will give you front, middle, and back information of the hole location. Other times, they will give you a pin sheet with quadrants or approximate locations of where the hole is. If the course does not provide you that information, use your best judgment to determine where the hole is in your greens guide. 2, where is the trouble or penalty area around the green? With the greens guide, you can see a lot from the top view of how close the bunkers and water are to the green. Additionally, are there severe slopes around the green you want to avoid? Now that you have a good visual of the green and where the hole is relative to trouble, you can plan your shot accordingly. 3, let's find the best place to hit your approach shot to give yourself an uphill putt or chip. Obviously, the first objective is to hit the ball on the green. But if you miss the green, an uphill chip is much easier than a downhill chip. So again, let's locate where the hole is on the green. Use either graphic to determine where the arrows are pointing away from the hole. Aim your approach shot to that portion of the green to give yourself an uphill putt or chip. Now, let's learn how to use the book to read your putts. First, let's locate the hole location on the green and mentally place a dot in your greens guide. Then do the same procedure for your ball. To best locate the hole and ball, use the grid as a reference along with sprinkler heads or bunkers around the green. Use any information available to give yourself the best estimate of where the hole and ball are. At first, this will be difficult, but with some practice, you will develop a system for yourself and you will get good at it. Now that you've mentally placed the hole and ball in the book, let's estimate how long your putt is. Is your putt over or under 15 feet? The best players in the world make less than 20% of their putts from 15 to 20 feet, and the percentages drop a lot more outside 20 feet. First, I will show you how to read your putts under 15 feet. I call this the make zone. This is where you actually have a chance to make the putt. So back to the book. You have the ball and the hole placed mentally in the book. Now turn the book so you are looking at your putt from behind your ball. Now you are looking at your book and all the arrows between the ball and the hole. Question 1. Are the arrows pointing towards you or away from you? If they are pointing towards you, you have an uphill putt. If they are pointing away from you, you have a downhill putt. Question 2. Are the arrows pointing right or left? If the arrows are pointing right, your putt will break to the right. If the arrows are pointing left, your putt will break to the left. At this point, you now know if your putt is uphill or downhill, moving left or moving right. Now let's determine the slope. On the lower graphic, what color is the area around the hole? If the color is mostly blue, your ball will be a flat putt and not break much. If the color is green, use your best judgment on how much the ball will break or roll. But because there is slope of 2 to 4% around the hole, the uphill putts will be slower, the downhill putts will roll further, and if you're putting across the slope, the ball will break more. The same logic applies if the area around the hole is red or orange, but you'll have even more slope to affect your ball. You now have powerful information. You know what the ball will be doing as it approaches the hole. With that information, you will know where to hit your ball, how hard to hit it, and make a more confident putt. Here's the process I use. So back to the book. You know where the hole is, you know where the ball is, you've turned the book properly to read your putt, and you have determined that you have an uphill putt breaking slightly to the left. Why? Because the arrows are pointing at you and towards the left, and the area around the hole has some blue and green in it. Now mentally, draw the path of your putt in your mind and line up the ball using the line on it. Now step back and look at the line on your ball and visualize the path of the putt. Once you're confident that the line on your ball is pointing at your putt path, just relax that you have properly read your putt. Now as you stand over the ball, just focus on hitting the ball straight down the line and hitting it with the proper weight. This is important. Try not to think about the path while you're putting. That work is already done. When you're over the ball, just focus on how hard to hit the ball. Is it uphill or downhill? Then stroke the putt to hit it straight on the line you aimed it at. Now for longer putts, let's focus on having the ball stop within 3 feet from the hole. Now, draw a straight line from your ball to the hole and use the clock face as a reference. The straight line will go directly through the number 6 on the clock. From about 10 feet to the hole, what will the ball do as it approaches the hole? From the previous section, will it be going uphill, downhill, left, or right? Once you determine what the ball will be doing in the last 10 feet, adjust your target on the clock face. If it is breaking left, hit towards the 4 or 5 on the clock. If it is breaking right, hit towards the 7 or 8 on the clock. If it is straight, hit towards the 6. Now go back to your ball and interpret the arrows to figure out how to get the ball to your target on the clock. If you can enter the clock, the 10-foot circle, at the correct location and the correct speed, you will have a better chance to have your ball stop within a few feet of the hole. So for a long putt, read the last 10 feet first and determine how much it will break there. The ball will break most in the last 10 feet because gravity has its greatest impact when the ball is moving slowly. Let's talk briefly about pace of play. For approach shots, with a quick glance at the book, you should be able to determine the best part of the green to hit to. For putting, use the book as you walk or drive up to the green. With some practice, you should be able to do all your book work before you walk onto the green. Then when it's your turn, make your final reads and stroke a confident putt. So today, we talked about the information in the book and how to use it for your approach shots and your putting. With a StrackaLine Greens Guide, you will read your putts better and make more confident strokes, which will translate to better putting.